Hello guys. This is my first YouTube video in a while, and I'm gonna do a quick video just talking about the different styles of properly shifting, I guess you could say, in a manual transmission car. I watched a video the other night, and it was a guy talking about rev matching, double clutching, which I don't ever recommend doing in any car, pretty much, and then heel towing. Now, I do rev match. I pretty much naturally rev match anytime I'm driving my car. And I heel tow almost all the time, too. Rev matching just reduces the wear on your clutch. It helps you sync up your drivetrain to your transmission, or your drivetrain to your engine rotation speed. Not a big deal. And then heel towing is doing the same thing, but only when you're decelerating, kind of more on the aggressive side, like when you're using your brakes as well. Now, double clutching is something that's arguable. There are benefits of using it, but there's also a lot more downsides, in my opinion. Now, the way I look at it is, if you double clutch to downshift, so the way the guy was describing double clutching is you press the clutch in, put it in neutral, rev it, and then put it in gear. I went from third back into third. I didn't actually shift. I don't agree with that. That's not necessarily the way I was taught double clutching. He was using it only for downshifting. You can use it for upshifting as well. The whole point of it is to synchronize your counter shaft in your transmission with your main shaft, or your input shaft. Okay, cool. And he's saying it helps give you a little more surge when you downshift. Just have the revs a little higher if you're wanting a surge. Ew, VQ. Now, God, that's so annoying. If you're just trying to downshift, just like if you're on the freeway, you're stuck behind someone going 500 speed limit, and you see a gap behind you in your mirror, and you're going to try to make that gap, just downshift with the normal rev match. I'm not making this light. Oh, bad downshift. Oh God, I forgot I have glass in my passenger seat. So, rev matching is where you lift the throttle to get into the correct gear. Or you let the revs drop to the correct RPM before you release your clutch if you're upshifting. And that lady was actually on her phone. That's why she's pulling in front of me. Now, heel towing is where you put, the way I do it on my car, because my pedals are so close together, I use my big toe on my brakes and my pinky toe to flip the throttle. It's doing the same thing as a rev match, but you're implementing brakes as well. Not a big deal. Pretty easy to do, right? Once you've driven a manual car and you try to do this, it'll be rough the first few times, but it's actually really easy to do once you try. The reason you can see my tires in the back is because I'm going to be swapping tires at my friend's house in like a day or two. I just took them out of storage so that I would have them. I don't have to go buy stores that day. Now, everyone was saying that double clutching is fine. It's not needed. And my thought on it is, he was saying it's faster shifting. Everyone's saying it's faster shifting. I disagree. Adding an extra step to something, or adding 2 extra steps to something, you're going to naturally have more things you have to do to slow your shift down. You can shift faster if you have if you take those 2 steps out. God, I need to clean my windshield. And having 100 pounds of weight in the back of my car is actually scary. So I enjoy cars a lot. I really do. It's so fun to drive cars, in my opinion. It's one of the best experiences. I used to use it more to clear my head, to escape some of the bullshit that I have to deal with. Ooh, an R50. Good green. So, God, it's so whited out from exposure. I'm sorry, guys. That's a little better. And I'm not going to do any editing in this. I'm just doing straight, raw footage. That's why I might be rambling and talking about the same exact thing twice or more times. You can drive a manual car just fine without doing any of these techniques. This is more for driving fun and to reduce wear on your vehicle. That's the main reason why I ref match when I'm like coming up to a stop or something like that. Is it helps reduce wear on everything from your brakes to your clutch to your transmission itself to your engine. It just overall reduces wear and tear on your vehicle. And if you guys want me to do a video of showing you how to heel toe, I know how to double clutch. I could do a video on how to double clutch. I just won't be happy about it. Or just how to rev match in general. I can do a video on that just fine. That would take me no time. I'll be more than willing to do it. I just will have to get some editing software. So, and then I also skip gears. Like there, I did a small acceleration up to literally the speed limit. Actually, I got up right to 45 and let off. The speed limit is 45, and I shifted from 2nd to 5th. It's completely safe to do that. I don't need a turn here because I did that last time. I fucked myself. And I'm just going to the store real quick because I have to pick up like 2 things. So, hope this is the correct turn in. Don't normally go shopping that much anymore, so I don't really know where to go. So, I don't recommend double clutching. I blew out my slave cylinder when I first tried to do a double clutching. And you could and I think it might have just been due to be replaced anyways. Like, I don't think it was actually bad on like my end. Like, I don't think I fucked up my actual slave cylinder. I think it just broke as I tried to do something. What the fucking hell? But it's very easy to actually damage your transmission when you double clutch if you don't do it right. I don't know why I tried to shift in a second when I was coming up to a stop. But it's a good technique to know how to do. Rev matching, double clutching, things like that. Because, in all honesty, if you do that, you won't ever upset the balance of your car. You won't cause it to, if you're driving a front wheel drive, you won't cause it to want to understeer if you're coming up to a stop. You won't cause the front tires to lock up or anything like that. You won't have any kind of issues along those lines. Now, if you're driving a rear-wheel drive car, you won't cause the back end to break free or spin out in a turn or anything like that. It makes life a lot easier when you're driving a manual car. If you're driving an automatic, all this is useless to you. Don't worry about it. Now, I personally love driving a manual. I'll always own a manual, but I understand the fact that automatics nowadays are way better than manuals. Like, inherently, double clutch transmissions are shift so much faster than the average any human really can do. There are some humans that can shift faster than excuse me, a double clutch transmission, but the double clutch transmissions will consistently shift at 1/10 of a second. You may be able to get that one shift from third to fourth in less time than that, but what about your fourth to fifth shift? That's a really odd shift. I know that's my personally slowest gear change shift. So just understand that it is a thing that you have to go through. I think any car enthusiast should know how to drive a manual car, whether you own one or daily drive one or have one in the fleet. It doesn't matter. I think any big car enthusiast should at least know the basics and be able to drive a manual transmission car. That's my opinion, though. Don't take it personally if you don't and you're a car enthusiast and you claim and you go by being a car enthusiast and you don't ever plan on learning manual. Manuals are dying off, unfortunately. Mini still supports manual transmissions full-heartedly, from my understanding, last I read. They did say something about that they were taking some time for making them, but it was only going to be till like 2020. So 2020, they were going to reintroduce the manuals because there was some kind of issue with their plant where they were making them, and they weren't going to be able to get it sorted out until the next calendar year. So just understand this. We, as car enthusiasts, need to keep that kind of thing alive. Need my wallet. We can keep doing this kind of thing. Oh, wrong pocket. I will lose my key. We can support each other and do what we want. Just understand there are wear and tear and chances of you screwing things up if you don't do things correctly when it comes to cars. And if you're wanting to start modifying cars, I recommend something simple. Start with your intake. Start with some kind of lights. Don't instantly go into trying to put a turbo or a supercharger on your car, because one, your car's factory brakes probably won't support it, and two, if you do something along the lines of brakes right away, brakes and tires are like the one thing that I don't recommend someone that doesn't know anything about doing any kind of mechanical repair or anything like that to start with, because if you fuck it up, it could be your life or someone else's life at risk. So I'm about to head into the store. I'll catch you at another time. I'm going to try to start doing more YouTube because I'm trying to grow both YouTube and Twitch, and I kind of need both to be put together. So peace out. Bye.